holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping out. Now listen, girls, and listen, boys. These little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
Same fucking shit, different fucking day. I should have put some F's in there. For the uninitiated, that's what Ssdd means. The DD does not mean double D, although it should. All right, we'll get into some stuff here in a minute. Let me see who we got. I'll say some hellos. Justice for TBS. Yeah. Yeah. What is going on, Mr. Anthony Cruz? Ball gags. You've already got the comment of the day. And pulling the string says, of course I will try to be on time. That's total bullshit. I know the guy. If I'm going to be more than a few minutes late, I will change the time. Oh, how courteous, because nobody gives a fuck anyway. What's going on, Chrissy? Chris T, whatever you're going by these days. I hope the transition is going well. What's going on, Section 15? Ooh, Andrea D. Speaking of D's, yeah, squirrel. What's going on, egg cups behind us? I hope not. I really hope not. What's going on, Cat Eyes? Ain't nobody got time for you to be that late, girlfriend. What is up, White Claw? Dusty with little fucker said, you man, I think somebody out of the kind of, and a shout out to Telly, because one of my lovely sea monkeys actually sent me money to get a phone. I do have the phone. I just got to get around to get it set up and switched over. I got most of that done, but I've got a little bit of time left on this one that I don't want to sacrifice to the phone company. So when the time runs out here in a couple days, I'll be using the other phone. She also bought 3 months worth of service, so I guess I have no excuse I can't use that excuse for a while. Oh, my phone ran out of time. I didn't get a card. Which really isn't really usually an excuse. It's usually true. Usually. What's up, Pat Gunn, of course, Justice for TBS. What's up, Melinda? How you doing? Oh, you didn't miss anything yet. I'm just getting warmed up. Down with Telly. Yeah. He seems to be pissing everybody off, from what I hear. What's going on, Susan? How you doing? Glad to see you, too. I got all the hot chicks in here tonight. Oh, General Sea Monkey, another hot chick. Nice. You should have your crown now, General Sea Monkey. I think I got you modded. Or your not your crown. Sea Monkey Queen has the crown. Whatever it is generals wear, you should have your medal by now. What's going on, JFK? What's up, Nepa Predator Catcher? How you doing? I'm so safe. I'm wearing a condom right now. In fact, I'm wearing 2. Kelly W. So is he winning or losing? I don't know. My intel is usually pretty good, but they don't always agree. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. What else do we have here? Asperger's. The only burger that will eat you back. What's going on, Juniper? So there is something I hadn't originally planned on talking about, but just moments ago I got a link to somebody else's live. Um, Hebrews up there begging for forgiveness again. We'll see if he tries to come up here. I doubt that he will. There's just been too many times with that guy. I'm doing all right, Nippa. Can't complain. Well, I mean, I could complain, but nobody gives a shit. What's going on, Jersey? Oh, you're not behind at all, Jersey. All I'm doing is saying hellos. We haven't gotten into the meat and potatoes of it yet. Just a little dessert. What's going on, NTF? Don't call me daughter. So, I don't know, before we get into the heavy stuff, and I don't know. I wasn't really going to get into, well, I didn't know what I was doing tonight, to be honest with you. I just told somebody that I might go live tonight if nobody else was. Or at least nobody that I give a shit about, anyway. PHI and oh my god, that's funny. PHI and Nunya run this shit. Yeah, they've got like 6 people that believe their bullshit. But speaking of that, I'm still kind of trying to decide if I really want to make another Discord. I've done a bunch of them in the past, and they used to be a lot of fun. And if I do one, I'm going to try to steer it more that direction. I don't want it to be overcome by all drama. But the only people that are getting in, it'll be very selective. The only people that are getting in, of course, are sea monkeys, people transitioning into sea monkeys, sea monkey sympathizers, anybody that kisses my ass, and only cool people. It's not going to be a I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I really want to do one. Maybe I'll do like a 30-day you know what I mean? Like a 30-day practice, and if I'm not thoroughly impressed, I'll just dump the whole thing. This is still the statement that Jeff deserves. Yes, I fully agree, Jersey Stang. 100. The Boys, Sea Monkey Edition. Something like that. Fuck your Discord. I'm in PHI Gilded and it rules. Well, let me know when I have a feeling that this might be like a 9th grader. Asperger's just seems to have a mentality of a child, so children are not allowed here. Mods can keep an eye on the situation, and if they get too stupid, you can just get rid of them. What's up, Sea Monkey Queen? How you doing? I hope your crown is on nice and straight. What's up, Drone Racer? Telly has a vision. Oh, no doubt. So, I don't know. I did, if you haven't voted yet, I did run a poll to see if there would be any interest in a Discord. I'm not necessarily going to go with whatever gets the most votes, but I'm actually looking at the people that are downvoting it because they really don't want us getting all organized and shit. Right now, we're kind of scattered around, but if I can put people all together in one place, oh man. And I've already had, I guess, if Nanya keeps restreaming our shit, I guess I've already had some volunteers to do hers there, so then you'll have a place to go where you can actually chat without getting banned. But that's all preliminary. I don't know for sure if we're going to do it. Just kind of depends. What's going on, Crossroads? What's up, True Crime NTF? NTF in here on 2 accounts, hey? What's going on, The Warlock? who I saw LARP say that the Warlock was Haley. LARP is as bad with Haley as FM is with Megan. Um, I know for a fact that the Warlock is not Haley. You came for the truth. Okay, Asperger's, enlighten us. What is the truth? Because if you're listening to PHI and Nanya, you got a problem. I mean, like they said that I can't walk, so I went live and yeah, I'm an old man and I've been damaged. I do have some spinal cord damage, but I'm not completely crippled most of the time, as they would have you believe. What happened with the pupper? Okay, I'll tell you the real story. The shorts that I've been putting up are part truth and part, trying to make it entertaining. The real truth about the dog. Okay, so I was at home chilling, and it always happens this way when something goes down. Like I'm just getting ready to, take a sleeping pill or whatever. But my mom calls. There's a coyote in the yard chasing the cats around, and he's got one of them. Oh, fuck, good. I was kind of glad. And I actually kind of, as long as they don't get Little Fucker or one of the other ones that I like, I don't care. They have too many fucking cats out there. But that's besides the point. Hey, Dominique. So I run out there, and I'm all geared up to kill something. Now, it's not like if a cat wanders out into the field, it's not uncommon for a coyote to pick him off. It's happened before. But it is unusual for a coyote to come up like into the yard, and they just usually try to avoid things like that. But like if they're extremely hungry, or if they're rabid, or if they think that their pups are being threatened, they shouldn't have any pups right now. But anyway, they can do it. So Little Fucker needs to be adopted. No, he's the one that I don't want them to give away. He's doing okay, but like sometimes I wonder if keeping him alive was the right thing. Yeah, that dog does look like a cross between a husky and a raccoon. So anyway, I run out here and I'm thinking I'm going to shoot a coyote, and I'm looking at it, and at first I thought it was a coyote too. It had long legs and just the way its fur is and the shape of its ears and everything. Or if not a coyote, then a coy dog. Either one. But I get to look at him like that's not a coyote. If it's a coy dog, if it's crossed with a coy dog is a cross between a coyote and any kind of domestic dog. And sometimes if you cross them with like a German Shepherd, which that's what that kind of looked like, or a pit bull or something like that, they can be a real problem when they pack up. So anyway, I was getting ready to shoot the damn thing, and I'm looking, I'm like, that's not it's a fucking husky. So I didn't shoot. Now, keep in mind, I am the only thing in this world that I'm phobic about is big dogs. Like heights don't bother me. Lows don't bother me. Confined spaces don't bother me until somebody says you can't get out of there. Then I freak out a little bit. But the only thing I'm afraid of in this world is big fucking dogs. And I'm like, man, I don't want to manhandle this thing. I really don't. And then it just kind of chilled out. It was just excited about the cats and wasn't being threatening towards me or anything. So holstered my gun and put the carbine away and went and checked it out. It had a collar on it, but no tags. It's just a collar. I still don't know if it was chipped or not. But so anyway, my dad came out and he put it on a leash and we tied it up. And it was late at night, so we didn't bother trying to call people then. But the next day, my parents, I don't use Facebook much myself, but my parents put it up on Facebook and called the animal control. Took all the steps that you would take to try to, rehome the dog where it should be. eventually, see all of our animal shelters, and like you have to go to the county that you're in, and all of that county's animal shelters are full, and so is the next county's animal shelters. They're all full. Because I was gonna possibly take her in under my old address, but they're all full. They won't. They're not taking animals right now. Um, they can't. They can't keep the dog around because it immediately killed a cat, which it was one of the unnamed ones. Good. We don't need that many fucking cats out there anyway. And then they have the chickens. You know what I mean? They wouldn't be able to let the chickens loose without the dog going after them, so they can't keep that dog. Then a couple of days later, the sheriff came out, the animal control guy, and took the dog to a vet, and the vet is taking care of it. That the vet's office actually put pictures of her up, and they're also we're still trying to find the rightful owners. But apparently it hadn't been chipped because they got an ad up about it. And like if they haven't kept up on the records or whatever, there are laws about having to have your dog's records and all that kind of stuff kept up. But they generally, out here in the country, unless you live in town, they generally get ignored and they generally don't care. So it's possible that the owners won't go claim it because they're afraid of getting into trouble. That's a possibility. And from there, I'm sure somebody will want it. It's a beautiful dog. And it is friendly to people, but man, it hates cops. Like I was trying to get her to howl, you know, how huskies will roar, 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 roar. I was trying to get her. I was howling at the moon trying to get her to do it. She wouldn't do it. But as soon as that cop popped out of his truck, man, she was all roar, 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 roar. She don't like police. I don't know if she's had a bad experience. But anyway, that's the status of what's really going on with the dog. Yeah, actually, the vet, we saw her on the vet's Facebook page, and they gave her a bath and cleaned her up, and she looks good. But I think she's a cross between Husky and German Shepherd, is what it looks like to me, but I don't really know. And yeah, it is a she. I know I keep calling it a he, but it's a she. Yeah, Jersey, that's what I said too. I said, I have the same way when cops are looking at me. But he was real cool, though, that cop. He was real cool. No problems. We also actually, I mean, I've never filed like a real actual report on any of this stuff that goes on here, but fucking other people have given my name to the cops for, you know, whatever. And like out here, everybody knows each other. And I did have coffee with the sheriff. It wasn't an official thing. I was like, you know, off the record, but if something happens out at my parents' place or the other Powell's place, which that's who actually got doxxed, or at my place, like I just gave him a heads up as to what's going on, and he more or less told me to take care of the situation, and yeah. So I don't think we have any problem if anybody shows up. But anyway, the cop that came to get the dog knew a little bit about it. We talked a little bit about that kind of shit too. So all right, guys, I know I missed a bunch of your comments because I was blabbing, but hopefully it wasn't anything critical. Yeah, should be kind. She had a collar on, but no tags. Like there was no name tag. There was nothing to say if her rabies shots were up to date or anything. So she does belong to somebody, and she's real friendly to people. Like she rolled over and wanted me to scratch her belly, but I freak out. If a big dog looks at me the wrong way or tries to touch me, I can't deal with it. Yeah, I think somebody will want her. She's a beautiful dog. People tend to like huskies. My daughter has a husky. Her mom used to. Now, don't take this the wrong way because I know how you dirty-minded people are. But my daughter's mom used to breed huskies. Not with her, but you know. The dog was probably in one of my tiger pits. Well, that I guess I probably ought to go check, huh? That's the thing. I've got traps set out, but they're not. I made them so that they're not sensitive enough to where a cat will get into them. Um, but I was glad that she didn't get caught up in one of them because that would have sucked. Those are made for people and coyotes. So every woman in here is now belly up to Bill. Awesome. I'll take that. I would, yeah, I would rub any of these ladies' bellies, really. The ones that are nice to me, anyway. Jenny T, I would rub your belly too. You have a psycho cat and two elderly people living here, and she for sure knocked them down. Yeah, yeah. You don't want a real big dog like she's kind of hyper, and she was trying to. Those fucking cats. They ran straight up. They ran straight up the old windmill tower they have out there, and ran way up into the trees. And then they had a. It took them a long time to get down. They eventually just had to go for it. See, people said that I was mean or crazy or whatever for making Kitty parachutes. You remember that when, Stunt Kitty was learning how to parachute? Everybody's like, oh, you can't do that. Well, guess what? If these cats would have had parachutes that night, they would have been just fine. They could have just floated down. But no, they had to jump 20 plus feet. So there was always a method to my madness. We do have a lot of good people over here. You know why? Because I got rid of all the assholes. And like right when I first started the channel, I'm like, nope, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Made my audience about half of what it was, but I don't care. Yeah, rip Stunt Kitty. Stunt Kitty gave his life doing what he did best. Not really. This is a good time to talk about the dangers of catnip. I believe that Stunt Kitty got a hold of some bad catnip because uh, he was just found dead, like it in his sleeping position. He just died in his sleep. So I do think that he got hold of some bad catnip. So y'all be careful. Test your catnip, and be careful where you get it from. The cats, yeah. She ate good while she was with us. I made sure. Well, my dad and I made sure that she always had water and food. She didn't really like the dry cat food, so we wound up giving her a couple of packages of hot dogs, and she liked them. Yeah, Ghost Kitty. Ghost Kitty actually, I I couldn't prove it if I had to, but I think that Ghost Kitty got picked off by a coyote actually, or possibly an owl, but I don't really know. It's okay, General. I'm not really a I'm not really a big cat guy, but uh, I don't mistreat them as badly as I try to make it seem on some of the videos. I mean, okay, I did blow some up with a hand grenade, but that was actually a kind of a stunt gone wrong. Um, that was my bad. Oh, and the launching the kitties out of a cannon, that kind of also went a little wrong. Do you believe that YouTube took that one down? All I was doing was launching kitties out of a potato gun, and they're like, "Oh, you can't do that." Well, all right, whatever. I mean, it didn't hurt them. They really seemed to kind of like it. Do coyotes mess with the chickens? They try to. They're at night we keep them pinned in where the coyotes can't get into them. The bigger thing about chickens is chicken hawks. That's what happened to the rooster. The rooster gave his life protecting his bitches, so there is no more crooked beak cock. Oh shit, I missed something. Yeah, I'm having a hard time coming to terms with the fact that my parents are just never gonna they're just never gonna be like they used to be. I'm having a hard time. I'm having to do It's not that I have to do more and more for him, it's that I'm having to do it more often. And then my dad, like, there's a lot of stuff he's not supposed to do, but the minute I leave or the minute I turn my back, he's out there doing it, and I can't physically stop him. I'm really not a cat guy. There's just something about little fucker, man. I can communicate with him. Plus, he taught me how to give him fives. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that I hate cats. I don't hate them, but I'm just not really a. Little fucker is the first cat that I've ever actually claimed, and I hardly ever name him. And the reason he got his name Little Fucker is because that's what I called him all the time anyway. Yeah, little fucker and little shit. Rest in peace, little shit. Little shit was kind of my fault too because I was switching the heads around on a couple of them and it didn't go well. The heads didn't quite line up and we lost little shit. I was just trying to help. Black bears went after his chickens. Yeah, they'll do that. We don't have bears around here. Yeah, in Indiana, it doesn't matter what the animal is. If it's threatening your animals, you can kill them. Your dad's really good at playing hide and seek. My dad's good at that too. Little fucker samurai. Oh yeah, that shit's hilarious. The person making them just like I watch these things 4 or 5 times before I even upload them, and I laugh every time. So shout out to the individual manufacturing those videos. There's more. We got more coming. I'm just having once I get my new phone going completely, it'll be easier because I just don't have any. I don't have enough memory to shift them around on this phone. I after a lot of pleading, my mom and dad finally went in. I don't want to say too much about it, but they finally went in and got tested for like Alzheimer's and shit like that. And the doctor said that they don't have it. I I'm obviously not a doctor, although my mom and dad, they think I'm a doctor and a lawyer and all this other shit. Like I think they're just living out their fantasies because anytime something medically goes wrong, they call me and they're like, "Well, uh, what should we do about this? Can you fix this? Can I fix it? I can try. I do have a suture kit and some other medical tools, but or when there's a legal question or what, it doesn't matter what it is. Accounting, they always ask me, and I'm like, I can tell you what I think, but uh, you guys know how dumb I am. I don't know why you're asking me. Did I get tested for autism? No, they tested me for being an idiot. I'm not sure if I ever passed. I didn't check. Your mom has no idea who you are. Yeah, I. That's got to be frustrating. I had a neighbor that lived behind me, and uh, he was in his 90s. My hearing is terrible. His hearing is terrible. So I couldn't understand most of what he said, but we would have these, like I would sit there with him and we'd have like these 3 hour conversations. You know, I just smile and nod and laugh when he laughs. I had no idea what the guy was saying, but nice guy. And then he started getting so bad. Like one time I went out to smoke. I never smoked in my house there. Went out back to smoke and it was it was cold that day. Like it was snowing. He's out there in nothing but his underwear. I'm like, hey, dude, you want to go inside? And I don't know what the fuck he said, but I finally got him in, and I was worried about him going into hypothermia, so I got him to his bed, covered him up, and at that time, I didn't have any of his family's phone numbers, so I'm like, well, this dude's obviously got something, so I went. He still had a landline. I went and found his phone, and there was a list of numbers there, and his daughter was right there. I'm all right, cool. So I called her up, and she came and whatever. But like he would just start wandering off, and they finally, put him in a home. But um, there was another time he's like, "Don't call my daughter; she'll get mad. Call this other guy and ask him to come over." So I called the guy, and he's like, "Yeah, I would, but I live in Michigan, and uh, I was his pastor 20 years ago. I don't really know him, It's like fuck." So, but yeah, I tried to keep an eye on him the best that I could. Hey, what's up, Jason, Doctor Mortician? How you doing? Yeah, when my parents do pass away, it's going to be one of those deals where when one goes, the other one's going to go immediately after, because that's how that shit works. And I'm not gonna. I'm trying to get them to get their affairs in order, but they're just like really procrastinating. Like I am inheriting a church. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do with it. What am I gonna do with a church? And the whole story about that is messed up. It's gonna like I already know it's gonna. Yeah, it's gonna be a big fucking mess. I told them to make a will. I don't care if I'm not in it. I don't care if my brother and sisters get everything. Just make a fucking will so I don't have to deal with it, you know. But they just don't want to. Oops. Get Jeff his brother to run the church. Oh shit. I didn't think about that. That's an idea. Not a good idea, but it's an idea. Maybe I'll make it the Sea Monkey headquarters. I'll start my own Sea Monkey church. The deal was is way way back when I was a kid, I was raised hardcore Southern Baptist. And that teacher was a fucking nutbag. He's the one that actually uh, I've never understood. Like, I know what the word faith means, but I've never understood how to feel it. I still don't, because I'm just too skeptical of everything. And keep in mind, this preacher learned how to fly helicopters in Vietnam, and he knew that I was already learning how to fly at that point, but not helicopters, and I'd never flown with him before. So, I had some trouble and what have you. And so my mom and dad are like, well, you're going to hang out with the preacher this afternoon and he's going to talk to you. It's like, oh, God. I mean, they were just a bag of rattlesnakes short of being a full-on cult type thing, right? So, but I liked helicopters. And he learned how to fly in Vietnam. And he was a crop duster. So, he's used to doing all this cool, fun, high-energy shit that I love. You know what I mean? But at that time, I didn't know what auto rotation was. Just didn't know. Um, and we're talking about faith and how I don't understand faith. And so we're in the helicopter and climbing or whatever, and he's talking about faith and, there's no atheist in a foxhole. I'm like, well, we're not always in a foxhole, though. So he reaches up and shuts off the helicopter, and we start fucking plummeting. And in my mind, again, I didn't know anything about auto rotation at the time. So we're just fucking falling, and he's going, "You believe in God now, boy?" Oh shit, not really. But you can turn that back on anytime. He got it up before we didn't hit the ground, but man, scared the shit out of me. So anyway, because he was a psycho, there was a few people that broke off from that church, and this dude started his own church because they didn't like how that was being run and whatever and blah blah blah. Um, Two preachers couldn't agree on the same Bible and what have you. So my mom and dad went off with the faction that broke off, and that preacher bought a church with his own money. But for the tax thing, he had to, it was a church so that they don't get taxed on it. So when he retired, because he was having some health problems, so he's like, I can't be a preacher anymore. Here's the keys to the church. Here's the deed. It's all, it's in the name of the church. Well, by that time, most of the people have left, so there's only like 4 people in the church, right? And my dad was already treasurer and all that. He does everything. My dad's never fucking. Uh, he can balance it. He can barely balance a checkbook, right? So, God knows what kind of shape the records are in now. But he would never do anything intentionally wrong. So anyway, since everybody's gone, that leaves my dad and mom, who are in charge of everything, and one other couple as the church. Um, so when my dad, passes away, like it's all going to fall into my hands. I mean, there's other properties that are his and whatever, and I'm getting all this shit, right? But the church, like, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with it. Can I sell it? If I keep calling it a church, will I be able to keep it and not have to pay taxes on it? Like, I don't know. I just don't know what I'm going to do with it. Right, Drone Racer, I get that, but I mean, faith is a thing that it's not tangible, it's a thing you just have to feel. And like, I'm just too much of a skeptic to have faith without evidence. And then, of course, they can make all kinds of arguments that there is evidence of this and evidence of that. I do believe in God. I just don't believe in it the way most people do. I've just seen too many, like the vast majority of the preachers on TV are nothing more than scam artists, you know, or they turn it into a cult type thing. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just turn it into a cult. You guys can sign up. You guys better sign up now so that you can be high ranking. All you have to do is sign over all of your paychecks to me every Friday. Jeff's brother will buy his money, makes off the GoFundMe scam. Yeah, I saw a little bit about his GoFundMe, but I haven't looked at it. I don't know how he's, I don't know what it's really all about, other than trying to pay for things that everybody else pays for by getting paychecks. I don't know. The Sea Monkey Baptist Church. Yeah, that's not bad. Wait a minute, holy shit. Jen A is putting her stamp on a Sea Monkey Baptist Church. Guys, if Jen A approves of it, of all people, it's got to be legit, right? General Sea Monkey wants to be a deacon. You got it. You got it, baby girl. Can we have altar girls? Yeah, yeah. That kind of goes without saying, doesn't it? I mean, Anton LaVey, I think he was a fucking whack job, but some of his ideas, well, I mean, he said himself the whole reason he started the Satanic Church was for the tax break. Thousands of cats running free, eating the fallen. We have an all-male choir. As long as it's AC/DC or somebody like that, we can have an all-male choir. That's cool. We wouldn't be the first Christian thrash metal band, but hey, it's doable. It's ridiculous. It's definitely a scam. He posted a video of his so-called house, and it was a shithole. It was so bad. It makes a trap house look clean. Wow. What's up, LB? LB, no, I'm sorry. It's not intentional. It's because I was around my mouth. I'm sorry. I would never ignore you on purpose. I know the last thing I want is for you to feel unwelcome. I do apologize. Yeah, if we can get Metallica to play at our church, that'd be awesome. Metallica can be our choir. Let us welcome El Bizzle. Oh, did I miss somebody? Did I miss a new sea monkey? El Bizzle. Oh no, LB is okay. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah, she can. She can definitely be a sea monkey. And just so you guys know, you don't have to put sea monkey in your username to actually be a sea monkey. There are plenty of sea monkeys that choose not to. Damn it, LB. Well, let me jump into the back seat with me and let me console you for a little bit. All right, Jersey, take it easy. 5 a.m. comes early in the morning, from what I hear. That's usually about the time I'm trying to go to sleep. No dick pics, you'll cry more. All right, I'll put that in your file. Your grandkids' sea monkeys died after 1 day. Well, stop giving them alcohol, JFK. You got to wait until they're at least 21 days old to give them alcohol. That's why. This is why all sea monkeys should be set free. Hey, many great people have been conceived in back seats. You got to give you have to give sea monkeys cocaine, right? And if you don't know how to do it right, you can send it to me and I'll make sure that it's properly distributed. All right, guys. Just to warn some people, those of you that are familiar with, that's the thing, is a lot of people just don't know the shit that Hebrew Hammer has done. I was just watching a live stream, and I'd never heard of this channel before. But somebody sent me a link, and fucking Hebrew was on there crying, wanting forgiveness and all this shit after all the crap that he's done. I didn't hear the whole thing. I heard about, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes of it altogether. Um, and he did admit to some of the bullshit that he's done, but I didn't hear him admit to some of the other bullshit or apologize for that. You see, I don't know. Again, I didn't hear the whole thing. So he might have, but how many times, how many times have people forgiven this guy and he comes back and then pulls his shit all over again? So do be aware. Yeah, fuck that. That's kind of, I gave that guy many, many chances. Fuck, guys, I see it messaging me, but I can't. Evidently something's going down because says you guys are sending me pictures, but I can't really look at it right now. Interesting. Oh, wow. Okay. I appreciate it, guys. Still not 100% clear on exactly what's going on, but all right, I'll have to check it all out later, guys. But thank you. Did somebody say boobs? Absolutely, Danielle. Squirrel. He's up there lying his ass off. Yeah, cat eyes. I know. I saw that. He's up there crying. Nobody wants me back, and blah 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 blah. Yeah, motherfucker. Look at the shit you did, and then you apologize, and then fucking pull it all over again. And the stuff that I didn't see him apologize for, and again, he might have because I didn't see the whole thing. Was him fucking hitting people up, and I've seen the screenshots, so I know it's real. And these people wouldn't lie about it anyway. Asking for, I don't remember the dollar amount, $30, but I don't remember. I'm thinking 40, but I could be wrong. For a phone bill and then car stuff, and so he's getting like people that can't afford it sent him the money, and he's saying the same thing to, I don't even know how many because I'm sure I didn't see all of them, but all these people are sending him $40 or whatever it was, 30, I don't remember now. And he's got the money and he just keeps using the same thing on different people. And some of these people couldn't afford it. And they sent it to him anyway, out of the goodness of their hearts, you know. And then just all the other shit that people know about. Danielle, I'm talking about Hebrew Hammer. Hitting people up for that drug mate. That's what it looked like. What's going on, Sam? Speaking of money, Sam, I'm waiting on that paycheck. So I don't know. I can't tell people what to do, but there's a lot of new people that just don't know, and there are people that left the community themselves because of him. I did see him saying, "Oh, so and so threatened me and said he was going to do this and do that." Well, motherfucker, you threaten people too. There are cool people that don't fucking come around anymore because of that guy. They just want to be forgotten about. And like a couple of them have asked me never to mention their names again, just because of like they don't want him to be reminded of them, because he's always listening. So yeah, Hebrew, if you hear this, fuck you. He's real good at tugging on people's heartstrings and acting like he's a changed man, but how many times have we been through it? And I used to defend the guy. I went out of my way to defend that guy when he first came into the community, because people were trying to say he was in prison for things that he wasn't in prison for, and I defended him. If anybody wants to help out with ball gags and cat food, just kidding. Actually, cocaine. Cocaine. Yeah, that's cool. We can do that. I've been saying for a while I need I need a little bump, but I don't know if I actually do it. Just be advised that any money sent to me will go into my pocket for whatever I want, unless you earmark it for something. Um, yeah. G with a capital G got duped by him. Yeah. Uh, capital G. A lot of people did. And I've seen the fucking proof of it. Well, how about this? If I get enough on this Cash App thing, uh, I will take Danielle out to dinner. I can't be held responsible for what might happen afterwards. So, like, if she disappears for a couple of weeks, it's not my fault. But if I get enough, I'll take her someplace nice. Like, like maybe even a Steak and Shake, you know, high class shit. Has anyone here heard from Tommy Boy? I have not, but it's not. We don't usually uh, talk behind the scenes, so that's not. I have talked to somebody recently that said that he's doing okay. So, and that source is, you know, a credible one. You already feel stood up, Danielle. I would not stand you up. That's not my thing. You saw Tommy Boy and Alex's catch? Tommy Boy or Hebrew? Okay, cool. See, I heard that he took all of his videos down, but like the channel's still there. So there's hope, I guess. Maybe he's taking some time to make one hell of a video because, like, I know that Tommy Boy knows some things that he definitely could put in a video. I don't know why he hasn't yet. I don't know. He's better at making that. Like, I don't know how to edit. I don't. You guys have seen how my editing looks like a 5-year-old drew on a napkin with crayons. If I had better skills and the desire to put time into it is really what it is. Um, yeah. Telly believes I'm part. What kind of conspiracy? I act alone. I am in the grassy knoll. Dude, Telly's an idiot. He fucking, yeah. You don't know jack shit. A conspiracy to what exactly? No, you know what? By the actual meaning of the word, I am parts of several conspiracies, but probably not what he says, because his information is consistent bullshit. Till he needs to, yeah, he either needs to take more or take less of whatever he's taking, because it ain't working for him. Till he believes a lot of things that he shouldn't. Yeah, I don't know. I think he just picks and chooses what he wants to believe is what it is. And it doesn't matter how many times you prove shit, he'll still say, "Oh, that's fake." It's like, well, when somebody, I have never used, um, I've never used fake screenshots to show you guys. I did use fake screenshots with Twomper because he was making fake screenshots of me, and um, I thought he was starting to figure out who my spy was, but I don't think he ever really did. So I did make fake screenshots to give to Twomper. But as far as anything that I've shown like publicly, like none of that's fake. But that's their thing when they got nothing else. Oh, it's fake. Well, okay. And then I'm sure Tommy Boy's in the same position that I'm in a lot. Is like you'll know something, people will give you proof, whatever, but they don't want you to use that proof because then whoever it's about will know where it came from, and they don't want the repercussions, which is understandable. Yeah, I mean, I ripping the band-aid, I get that, but like there are people that I don't want to get hurt in the process. If it was only going to hurt me, you know that I don't give a fuck about that. But sending retail plants for her to dig up in the yard and hit. Okay, so are you serious? They think that me and a conspiracy, so it's got to be more than one person. They think that we sent Rachel plants, um, knowing that she was going to dig in that exact spot. Okay, that's a little out there even for Telly. Oh God, it's my stalker. Stalker, as long as you stay 100 yards away, we'll have no problem. Telly was kidding about that. His humor is pretty dry. Okay, that makes sense of his ability. His humor does kind of suck. Thing is, though, is people will take that, like they do it to me all the time. That they'll take stuff that I said that's an obvious joke and say, well, Bill said, and yeah, I did say it, but like everybody in the world except you knew that it was a joke. They do that a lot. And Stalker, it's ex-lover. Ex-lover. If you say Telly 3 times, he will join the panel. Fuck, I mean, I'd probably let him up here, but I kind of hope that he doesn't. Like, I give him the chance to clarify if he was joking or not. I'm not even sure. I don't even remember if I fucking put a link up or not. Oh well, somebody wants it, I'll throw it out there. Dub, that could mean so many things. I hope you're a pervert like me. Link is pinned. All right. Thank you, Chrissy. Anybody can click that because I really have no plan. I had no plan when I decided I was going to go live earlier, but somebody sent me the link to the Hebrew stuff. So I do think that the people that have been around already know. But if you haven't seen all that stuff, Hebrew, fucking the dude, he'll lie and then apologize and literally cry on stream and get people's sympathy. And sometimes people fall for it, but he fucks everybody over at the end of the day anyway. Does anyone know if Alex's kit is still on? I don't. I don't know. In fact, I don't remember. Usually, right before I go live, I'll check. And if anybody I give a shit about is live, then unless I got something actually planned or whatever, I'll go ahead and go. But um, I don't remember. I don't remember even seeing anything from NVCap or any of the channels. I don't know. That doesn't mean that it didn't happen. I just don't remember seeing anything like that. All right, man. I see your message. I'll get a hold of you after this. It doesn't show up. Okay. He did one earlier on Rumble and another while ago on Locals. Right on. See, I don't have any part of Locals, so I don't. The only thing I see is when, like, I get emails from Rumble, but I usually don't get the emails until after it's over. And I have nothing with Locals, so unless they put it, like, I like it when Alex puts the warnings up on YouTube, but it's hard. Like, it's hard for me to actually watch his catches now. So Tommy said he has 3 jobs. So grifting. What else could there be? I don't know. Crack whore, maybe. I can see Tommy hanging out at the bus stop offering blowjobs for coke. I can see him doing that. You know, guys that wear their hats backwards all the time. You know that's why, right? It's so that they don't poke the guy in the belly when they go to suck his dick. Hey, Bill, not sure if you talked about this already, but did you see Tommy didn't go to court to testify as a witness, then lied to the judge? Yes. I don't remember who all it was, but yeah, I saw the videos that people made about it. He gave 2 different stories about why he didn't make it to court. And apparently it was because Rachel, this is the conspiracy that I'm allegedly involved in. We sent Rachel some plants, knowing where she was going to plant them at, so that she would cut that cable. And it was all, that's how, you see, guys, that is how fucking good I am. Don't fuck with me, or I will trick your old lady into cutting your cables. Your bill exclusively wears his hat backwards. Damn it, Dub. You caught me. Please contact the utility company before digging. Yeah, you're supposed to do that. I don't remember. I think the number here is 811. I'm not positive. Don't quote me on that. I might have just gave you the suicide hotline. Well, either way, if you call the digging hotline or the suicide hotline, there's going to be a hole involved either way and some digging, you know. You can only make so much of someone dominating and exploiting handicapped people. It's sad, by the way. Can someone tell me what classified today's commercial vehicle as a kingpin trader? No clue what you're talking about. I was going to say she would have to be digging up pretty close to the house to hit that cable, you know, if there is a cable. Jenny will, yeah. Oh, you just missed it. But she doesn't know what handicap you're talking about either. I am curious. I am moist with anticipation to know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I saw somebody. Man, I don't remember if it was Ed or maybe it was a few people, but I did see the video where Tommy was lying to the judge about why he didn't go to court. The judge told him to get in the car and drive to court. As the judge, prosecutor, and defense all agreed to stay and wait, but Tommy had a fit and lied and acted like the trailer park would burn down. Yeah, I did see that. Actually, MasterCard. He was like, "I got an exposed electrical line and it's going to rain, and I'm the only one that can stand here and tell people don't touch that electric line or fall in that hole." Um, you know, you did a video. I think I probably saw yours, MasterCard. You're one of the few people that I actually still have notifications on for. That's probably where I saw it at. You can throw up a link if you want to, in case somebody didn't get to see it. I don't watch Tommy. All I see of it is what other people put out, or when somebody sends me a clip. Look what he said. Yeah, telling a judge no, or blowing a judge off, or lying to a judge, especially uh, when they can prove you're lying, is not a good idea. And just because a judge, I've seen this happen. Um, I didn't. I wasn't usually able to. When you're a bondsman, they encourage you to go to your client's court dates, but you don't have to. I usually couldn't because I had another job too. Um, but I've seen judges be like, "Oh yeah, that's cool, no problem, no problem." And then the next day, we'll get a letter in the mail, or well, not the next day, a couple of days later, we'll get a letter saying that the judge wants him back in jail. So just because the judge is being all cool at the time, don't mean that he's not thinking you motherfucker in the back of his head. Yeah, don't swim in the deep puddle that's sparking. That's oh god, what's his name? The scientist that came up with the theory of evolution. Darwin. That's Darwinism 101. See, that's another thing. MasterCard is like, that there are people watching everything you do, and like informing Rob Lowe and informing the cops and the courts. Like he knows that it's going to happen. I think he's just so used to getting away with lying, that he doesn't, like. I don't think Tommy actually understands that there can be consequences, because he's used to lying to people that'll let him get away with it. Hey, what's up, Moments Life? How you doing? Damn, we have all the hot ladies in here tonight. Yeah, when you've got a bunch of lawyers and a judge waiting for you, that's a lot of money on the hour. Some of the PD. Oh yeah, Angela G. The cops definitely watch this shit. In fact, you'd be surprised at who's behind some of the alt accounts. Like Trump used to getting away with this shit. A 30-day stay in jail would help them get the drift. You know what though? People like Tommy, like even if he got put in jail because of it, like he would still accept no accountability. The trolls got him arrested, guys. It wasn't what he did. It was because the trolls called him out on it. he still it probably wouldn't do a damn bit of good. He would just deflect responsibility. Yeah, the double standards around here, and it goes for both sides. The double standards around here are insane. Clown Dork is a Weld County PD alt. Huh. You know what? That actually wouldn't surprise me. Oh man, that would be the worst thing for him is 30 days of no live daily chit chats. Yeah, that would kill him. Yeah, Jamie, I'm sure that they're. I mean, you could tell when they interviewed him, that interview at the police station. Like you could tell by the stuff that the cops were saying that they had watched him on YouTube. Yeah, General Sea Monkey, I'm sure that they got it multiple times. They're probably like me. They're probably just sick of hearing about Tommy. But would PCD FOIA Taz jail calls? Probably not. Probably not, Clown Dork. Which, by the man, if you want a wrench in here, Clown Dork, if you're somebody that I talk to, like if I already know you, I will not I will not tell anybody who you are. I think I know, but if you want modded here, you can just let me know, and I'll give you a mod if I like you. But I don't mod people that I don't know. You know what I mean? But anyway, if somebody has Clown Dork's link, you can go ahead and throw it up here. The last video I saw from Clown Dork was when FM came up here and made a complete ass out of him. One of the times when FM came up here and light his ass off, and yeah, it's me and him arguing. There it is. Thank you, Moments Live. Clown Dork is FCC, so don't wrench them. Tell you what, guys, I'm not going to dwell on it. It's been dealt with and whatever, but all this time I have not modded FCC because he tried to cancel me. I'm really over it. I forgive, but I don't ever forget. You think it's time for me to? I mean, he's got me modded on his channel. You know what I mean? So, what do you guys think? Should I go ahead and give FCC a wrench, or should I just maintain my grudge, even though it's not really a grudge? But I downloaded the clip. Oh god, yeah. I don't even remember what our original argument was about. I just like you can't tell that retard anything. If Rachel cut the internet line, how was Tommy able to go on WebEx? Interesting. Like I'm pretty much every phone has its own independent internet, right? I don't have Wi-Fi, so everything that I do online with my phone is the connection that I have on the phone. I'm pretty sure every phone has that, right? So why not just switch over to that? Or knowing Tommy, he's probably stealing his neighbor's Wi-Fi anyway. The eclipse may bring some enlightenment. Yeah, the for y'all that are interested, on the 8th, it has a direct path right over close to where I live. So make sure you run outside and stare straight at the eclipse. I'm kidding. Don't do it that way. Don't look at it with the naked eye. But I still have some lenses that I stole from work a long time ago. I might even go, depending on the weather. Um, it'll come through here about like 3 o'clock, I think, Eastern time. If I'm not stuck doing something, and if the weather's good, I might go live, and uh, if I can get the lenses worked out and my phone able to do it, I just might show the eclipse live. I don't know. Yeah, he was supposed to be there in person anyway. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure at once, like, didn't he say, "Oh yeah, my internet got cut," and then like 2 minutes later, he told the judge, "Well, I spaced it off." You know what I mean? So, uh, yeah, and I'm sure that the judge caught it. What's up for you? You live in the direct path, also, General Seaman. Yeah, well, maybe I'll see you there. Yeah, I'll do it. Hopefully the weather's good that day, and if I gotta make sure I get the. If I don't use the lenses, then it's just gonna wash out the screen. Maybe I'll practice staring at the sun at the next time it's been really storming here the last few days. We haven't had any sunshine, but yes, Tau Fellowship, the path goes right. Like I'm almost in the direct path of it. I don't know if most of you probably weren't even alive, which is really fucking depressing, but when Hale-Bopp, the comet, was hanging around Earth for several days in a row, every morning, because I had to be at work at, I think 5 a.m., 4 a.m., or 5 a.m., depending on what kind of overtime we were on. But every morning, man, for several days in a row, fucking Hale-Bopp was like right there, man. You didn't need anything extra to see it. Yeah, if nothing else, Tommy's guilty of perjury and failure to appear. You know, if the judge wanted to, he could get him on either one of those or both. Obstruction of justice, yeah, that could be too. Yeah, guys, since we're an official cult now, I'm not going to ask you to unalive yourselves when the eclipse happen, but I will have you do something just to make sure it's all official. See, what can I have you guys do that won't kill you during the eclipse? Something to show our unification. There's always masturbating. All right, nobody unalive yourselves like the Heaven's Gate cult did. Uh, but I'm ordering all of you to masturbate at the peak of the eclipse. May God have mercy on your soul. People blow up subpoenas all the time without a true emergency, like Tommy had. Exposed broken wires in a potential rainstorm. Very, very, very dangerous. The judge made a fine call to apologize to him. Yeah, but at one point, did the judge be like, "Hey, you can get in your car and be here in 5 minutes"? You already mixed the Kool-Aid. That's okay, Oogie. I got to get Oogie rinsed up too. Let me get out my other phone, then I can start doing this. Um, well, we will eventually use the Kool-Aid anyway. It won't. Just keep it in the refrigerator. It'll be all right. All right, got Oogie. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. All right, FCC, show off that beautiful new wrench. They all wore white clothes and Nike Cortez shoes. Yes, I do remember that. And it looks like a notification's going out for Alex. He has a live catch somewhere, but I don't know where. Make Jello and let's wrestle. Yes, yes, that's a great idea. There you go, FCC. Take care of it. Keep it properly polished. The Lord Dragonfire giveth, and the Lord Dragonfire can taketh away. Now we'll see how much Sam will pay me to take it away. Ha ha ha. That's not FCC, that's a clown. Oh, I thought about that actually. Yeah, somebody verify that. While we're on the subject, somebody verify that that's the real deal. Just in case. Damn it, I just lost it. There we go. Oh, shit. Wait a minute, which him? Which him is it? Like, is it the real FCC? Or is it him as in the real clown? It's legit. All right, cool. It wouldn't be the first time somebody's been in here trying to scam a wrench. All right. I'm sick of talking to myself. Clown. God damn it, Bill. Get your shit together. FCC or somebody jump up here. Or I quit. You're not into diapers? Yeah. Imagine someone wanting to be FCC. Yeah, having your own hot tub and the time to go live any time you want just sounds like a horrible life, doesn't it? Traveling, shooting guns, and riding ATVs just sounds terrible. Somebody's got to do it, though. Alex is on Rebel? Okay. I will not be offended if y'all want to go watch the catch. Alex is live on locals. Okay, is it both then? Is it because one's saying Rumble, one's saying locals? So it's probably both, I would imagine. Soon. See, that's one of the things that I like about Alex is he doesn't go live like 3 hours before the catch actually happens, and yeah, we're almost there, guys. Yeah, it's going to be on locals. Okay. All right, Jamie, get some good ones. He ain't Ramiing you, right? Come on, Bill, think of something to say. Nobody wants to hear silence. Although I do think that silence is unappreciated. If you really pay attention to what Alex picks and chooses to say to the police anymore, you're thinking it's why the Florida legislature named porch porchers as a what not to do. Hmm. I know Florida passed legislation that if you get caught dealing a kid under the age of, I believe, 13, don't quote me on that, but they can give you the death penalty now, which I think is fucking awesome. I think that should be a federal law. If I ran for president or similar in our cult, would I allow you to be the VP? Yes, of course, Moments Live. I have to keep, like, I gotta have the diversity up. We're gonna need a token lesbian. Um, Not that I wouldn't have. I would be delighted to have an entire cabinet filled with lesbians because I really like them. Ghost go on BBVP. I'm confused by that, Jenny. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, you dropped your phone. Okay, right on. Well, Moments Live, get on it. I'd be happy. I'd be happy to have as many lesbian sea monkeys as possible. I mean, granted, I know that it would be very frustrating, uh, for a straight guy, but um, I do identify as a lesbian, so you have to accept me. He was typing on how early Ghost goes on to get his likes first. Oh yeah, that's. I mean, I kind of get it. I don't know. I don't worry about likes or whatever, but um, like demanding to get a certain amount, or you're not going to show the catch. I don't. I'm not cool with that. Why are the schools teaching our damn kids we are made as apes? Well, the thing is, in Cubana, like we don't, like nobody can really know. You know what I mean? You have some that are very convincing both ways, for or against. And if we started out as apes, that doesn't mean that God didn't make it that way. Both can be true. They're not mutually exclusive. I mean, it's called the theory of evolution. Theory, as in, it's just what they think. It's not. I mean, some people think that it's proven, but like, how can you really prove something that may or may not have happened millions of years ago? All right, Jenny, take it easy. Because a lot of these, yeah, it's absolutely right, General C. Monkey. I've called them knuckle dragging streams before. Like, imagine being so pathetic. All you know how to do is drag people because you know you're a piece of shit. So you got to try to make everybody else look like a piece of shit to bring them down to your level instead of trying to be a. And I'm not one to talk about being a better human being because I'm not a good human being, but I can sit back here and judge you all I want. Yep, by all means, go and catches are more important than this bullshit. So by all means. Oh shit. Yes, Moments Live, and I'll tell you what we'll do. A way that you can bring people in is I will raffle off a 10% off coupon to Adam and Eve catalog. You heard me right, folks. I'm going to raffle off coupons. Oh shit! I didn't see what you said. Community remix. That's too far back. I ain't gonna find it. No, I understand, Miranda. Everybody has their own version of what they believe the truth is. I mean, and I can accept it either way because we can't really know. All right, moments, take it easy. I mean, I do identify as a sea monkey, Miranda. So you can't, you can't just throw me out into the cold like that and say that I shouldn't exist. You have to accept me. Maybe I didn't get the physical traits of a sea monkey, but God damn it, I am one on the inside. No, I understand that, Miranda, but like, how do you know that God didn't? How do you know that God didn't make us evolve as monkeys? God could still be behind all of it. I know that they tell you that He created the earth and everything else in 7 days, but how much is a day to God? You got to remember, we use days as a way to keep track of our perception of time. Once you leave the solar system, the time doesn't exist as we know it. So before there was an Earth revolving around the sun, how do we know what a day was? I mean, I made a four-headed cat out of just regular cats, and I'm not really even a god, technically. Yep, that's cool, Miranda. No problem with having a different opinion. Man, the wind is picking up here. We've been having pretty nasty weather the last few days. Not like damaging nasty, but nasty. I think FCC took his wrench and ran. He's like, haha, see you later, suckers. He's probably going back through all my old videos and deleting everybody's comments. God dang it, I gotta refresh. If I get kicked off, I'm probably not gonna come back, but I gotta refresh my thing real quick because it's doing crazy shit. Hang on. All right, there we go. He's dancing around the block, showing it off. Probably. He probably fucking uh Yeah. Dang it. Okay, guys, I see your messages a lot, but I can't answer you back while I'm live. Why in the fuck am I getting? I must have done something else to piss off YouTube. I don't know what it says, but uh, I tried posting it several times. I made a video. I don't usually put much effort and time into videos or whatever. It's usually just whatever comes out of my ass that I can make in 2 minutes. But I really did put some effort into one that was talking about how fucked up AI is. Like they have AI girlfriends and shit now. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was like how I've seen the way people communicate transition because I'm an old motherfucker and I was around before there was an internet. And so I made this video just talking about how easy it is to trick people and how people just like you have these dudes that are just not equipped to talk to real people, especially females. So now you can have your very own AI girlfriend, and these dudes are just going to start not communicating with any real human beings at all. And then it's growing from there, and it's already getting to the point. Like right now, you can still tell if something was AI or not, but uh, the better it gets and the cheaper it gets, the more people are going to use it. So anyway, the first time I posted it, they took it down because I used ACDC, and I know that when you use ACDC music, you're going to get a strike or whatever, or have it taken down. I kind of pretty much do that ahead of time, but I wanted to use Who Made Who. If you are familiar with the movie Maximum Overdrive, you'll know why. Put it up, it got taken down as expected. So I put it up again with different music, and they took that down too. So I put it up again without any music, and they still fucking took it down. Like I took care to not use any. Like most of my stuff has the F word in it at least 3 or 4 times. I made sure that there was no cussing in it at all. Um, no talk about, you know, no direct talk about death or anything. And they will not let that video fly. It's like they don't. I'm sure that I didn't uncover anything that isn't already known. Um, but they just don't want. They just don't want people to know. It's it's fucked up. He's dancing around showing off. Oh, I'm sure he's probably live on his own channel. Look what I got. Teasing Sam with it. Oh, I was just thinking he probably uh, took a dick pic with it and sent it immediately to Sam. I'm sure selling it on eBay. What'd you miss? Yeah, you didn't miss anything, Danielle. I gave FCC a wrench, and then he disappeared. Fucker. So he's either off showing it off, selling it, or maybe he just got so excited and verklempt that he's unable to type. Kind of like when you smile and nod at the fat chick in the third row. And she's like, oh my God, he looked at me. Huh? Dropping his wrench and Tommy Spark or Tommy's pole. Interesting. Nadia's a cry bitter. Yeah, because she had one in here at one time. She told me to. I think when she told me to take it, like I don't, because we were still kind of getting along then. When she told me to take her wrench, I don't think that she really thought I was going to, but I did. Is there a big market? Oh, yes, Danielle, especially my wrenches. My wrenches are a little bit harder to get. But at least FCC has something to talk about. Yeah, people are weird about wrenches, man. Like sometimes, like when I first started doing lives, there were people that would not have given me the time of day beforehand. But as soon as I started handing out wrenches, all of a sudden they're my buddy and they want to help. And I went ahead and gave some of them, but a couple of them I didn't, and they just disappeared. Haven't been back since, which is fine. And then there are people who think that they don't care if they lose it. Like there were a couple that I accidentally took away, and then like YouTube was taking people's wrenches. I don't know how the fuck that happens, but um, they get very upset sometimes. Where you have a case like Bobby Joe, when I took her wrench, she's like, "I don't care about a wrench, but," and she went on like 5 panels and said the exact same. "I don't care about a wrench, but blah 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 blah." And then everything that we had, I don't know how to word this, like everything that she had backed me up on before, all of a sudden, all of it got completely flipped around. So either she was lying then or she's lying now. You already have a wrench rod. I could, well, now they have two different kinds of wrenches. They have the regular standard wrench, and then they have the super wrench, which allows you to time out other mods. But I don't, to me, that's just another thing where people can say, well, I got a bigger wrench, so I'm better than you. So I don't use them. I have one person with a super wrench, but I know her in real life, and she doesn't, like, she's never used a wrench before. So I don't know. Hell yeah, these are higher quality wrenches. Well, Napa, if I see you around more, maybe. Like I said, the majority, not everybody, but the majority of the people here that have wrenches, I've had private conversations with. I'm not saying I know them, but I know them at least a little bit. And then you have people like White Claw that fucking kept getting timed out for banned. Actually, I don't know who White Claw is. Um, I gave them a wrench because they kept getting fucking banned, and I didn't know why. Although the person that I think did that no longer has their wrench. Did someone say depth? Oh, Danielle. Why you always got to make me feel inadequate, huh? Oh, yeah. I've known General Sea Monkey for a very long time. And when I say I've known General Sea Monkey for a long time, we don't really know each other, but like I sent her dick pics years ago, so who? Yes, Danielle, you said depth, like you're all about the depth, and you just when you talk like that, you make me feel totally inadequate. It's like I think you're doing it on purpose. Rod, you're probably the only one here that knows what a metric crescent wrench is. It's the depth of. See, Danielle, you're doing it again. Always got to hit me with the. At least you're honest, though. These chicks that say size doesn't matter, they're full of shit. Try sticking it in the wrong hole sometime, then all of a sudden size is a big deal. Yeah, General Sea Monkey's been blackmailing me for years. You guys want to know who's really pulling the strings? Yes, Rod, a left-handed crescent wrench. All right, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. There we go. Okay. General Sema, you had to mention the tutu, didn't you? The bondage videos are already out there. I put those up myself. But technically the tutu wasn't my fault because you put it on me when I was tied up. Who is this? Oh, no, motherfucker, you ain't coming up here. Bye-bye. The red, you're acting like there's more than one. Damn it, fucker. Look, I told you you're not coming up here. I'm not that desperate to have somebody to talk to. Bye-bye. Pink is my favorite. Just because I've worn the pink one more often doesn't necessarily mean it's my favorite. I mean, that never happened. The red matches my cheeks. I don't actually. I haven't shaved my butt in a while, so it might not match so well anymore. Or did you mean the other cheeks? I don't know. I've got a beard on both, so Oh man, one of the shorts about the dog must have gotten thrown into the fucking algorithm or shorts feed or whatever, because all of a sudden I'm getting a bunch of comments. That dog needs this, and the cats need that. And well, yeah, fuck all of you. You don't know the situation. What's up, Dominique? Speaking of ladies that have had me tied up, it seems like they're all in here right now. I mean, I can save everybody a little bit of time, and we can all just do it together. You know, I didn't exactly cancel the Brazilian in general, but uh, they told me I'm not allowed back in there after the last time. All kinds of porn bomber nasty people were trying to get on your stream this evening. Yeah, Angela G, it's not a. I don't know that this person's ever porn bombed any. I don't know, but um, it's kind of like the one time I let them up here. It was just like talking to Ryan. It was like talking to a fucking brick wall, and it's just like they didn't say anything helicoptery, but I just don't have the patience to listen to it tonight. Mocking accounts try to get on. Yeah. And another thing, especially if you're new to this kind of thing. Like just because YouTube says an account is verified doesn't mean that that person's not an asshole. They could be a verified asshole. Um, I don't know exactly what they do to verify an account, but it doesn't matter. Anybody can make an account, say anything they want, and then it'll look like it's somebody else when it's not. So that verification thing doesn't always mean a whole lot. You got to look into it deeper. One of them tried to be Crossroads, and the other tried to be your friend Treach. And then there were two more random. Yeah, they've done it. They've tried to do that here a bunch of times. I think only one of them ever got through that I can recall. My dog short shows 6.2 thousand views for you. Right on. Yeah, that's the one. That happens sometimes. Stuff gets thrown into the shorts feed and takes off. It happens sometimes. Sometimes people understandably don't understand my sense of humor. So they think like there are people who actually thought that I was making the cat's parachute. Has Crossroads ever even been up on a panel? What's on Ed's right on. It's hard to keep track. Like I mean, I know who Crossroads is, but with everybody, like I'm starting. There are enough Sea Monkey accounts now. I'm starting to like forget which one is who sometimes. Oh man, it gets confusing at times. But it offers people a way to, like general um, People would be surprised if they knew who some of the Sea Monkey accounts were. But it's a way for people to be able to chat in here anonymously so that they don't get trashed. And I sure as hell won't ever tell. I don't even tell like um I've been asked from other Sea Monkey accounts who the other ones are, and I won't even tell them. It's just how I am. It's not that I think that they would run and talk about it. It's just how I operate. If I keep my fucking mouth shut and they keep their fucking mouth shut, nobody will ever know. Nobody has to know. And then, like, if it does get leaked, I will know that it wasn't because I opened my mouth. Wow, FCC really did take his wrench and run. Well, Lord Dragonfire giveth, and Lord Dragonfire can take it away. And if if I do the Discord thing, we'll probably run it the same way. Like I don't want your real names because if that ever, I don't want to ever be accused of doxing. Um, if people choose to do it on a different account, they'll have to let me know who they are on YouTube, and I will never fucking tell anybody. If they choose to want to be secret in there, it's totally up to the individuals. One of the like, I don't want to have to run the like, I don't want to have to be all that serious about uh, mods and all that kind of stuff. But there are times like when we know that there's going to be a docs possibly happening in the chat. Sometimes it would be handy to have all the mods in one spot off of YouTube so that we can say, hey, look out for this or look out for that. FCC, I heard in my Jeff voice. Oh God, this ought to be good. Now I don't know if it's true, but I heard he's in Nanya's Zoom of bragging. Oh, oh, that's interesting. Community REMX. I hadn't considered that, but you might be onto something there. Maybe, maybe I'll just take that wrench back and give it to you. Who knows what I'll do? That's right. I don't kneel to anybody that's not in a leather outfit. or latex. Latex works too. You had a feather skirt. Interesting. I'm intrigued. I actually do have a brand new Harley Davidson leather mini skirt. There's no way I'm going to fit into it, but I've had it for years because years and years ago I had bought it for a girl. We were at the Harley shop and she was like, "Oh, I'd like to have one of these." So we went outside to get back on the bike, and I'm like, "Oh shit, I forgot to, I don't know, I made up some kind of bullshit excuse." And I went in and bought it without her knowing. And I was going to give it to her for Christmas, but we wound up breaking up in between then. So now I'm stuck with a brand new Harley Davidson leather mini skirt. Um, so I actually did use it. I pretended to be a woman for a couple of weeks just to see what it was like and see how women get treated. Turns out women get called faggot an awful lot. I didn't know that. What's going on, Michelle? That's not true about FCC. Well, we will make up whatever lies we want to because that seems to be the standard operating procedure nowadays. When you hit 45, you could give a two shits about how you look. I never really did give a shit how I looked. I mean, I always made sure that I at least had a shower like within 2 days before a date. But other than that, I was never really a vain guy. Chicks loved my long hair, though. That's the thing. Chicks really like my long hair, but like I hate having it played with, man. They always want to braid it and stuff. I was like, give me a blowjob, and then we'll talk. Yeah, you're right, General Sea Monkey, but the latex. I'm just talking about the visuals. It looked really hot, but yeah, there's something about a sweaty nutsack and getting up too fast. It does cause problems. Danielle, I would recognize you all night long. Hello, Sabby. And Community Remix is getting good at his lies. Oh, are they actually lies though, or um, just like joking around like I do? I've seen Community Remix around a lot, and so somebody banned him out of my chat. I don't know why, so I unban him and or her. Well, you do have to watch certain people because they'll come into my chat and like say somebody else is live at the same time. They'll come over here and say, "Oh, they're saying this and that about you," which may or may not be true. So you got to be careful. And then they'll go into that person's chat and be like, "Oh, Bill just said this and this about you," which I never fucking said. So there are people that do just like to start shit. Prove you're not lying. Lying about what exactly? Look, I don't trust any of these motherfuckers. But I'm not familiar with what you're talking about at this time. Yeah, the my sources tell the news desk that dog on cat violence is way up this year. I blame the Democrats because it probably actually is their fault. Do you actually believe that FCC is in non-use Zoom, for fuck's sake? No, not at all. No, I don't believe so. But the thing is, people have been pretty backstabby around here. It's entirely it's not unfathomable that somebody could go under deep cover because um, I have like all of these alts that they say that are me are not. But the one alt that is me that's under deep cover and pretty much everywhere that actually is me just slides right on by and they don't even question it. So it's not unthinkable that somebody could just kind of be seen here and there kissing somebody's ass for months or even years. So everybody thinks that that account is for whatever. Um, but so far has gone undetected. It can happen. Hot dogs. Oh, corn dogs. I'm not really a fan of hot dogs, but I'll eat them. I'll eat them if they're cooked on an open fire, or I will. If I'm like in a dick sucking kind of mood, but don't actually want a dick in my mouth, I'll eat a corn dog. Dry humor. Yeah, I mean, some of it they know is bullshit, but they take shit that I say as a joke. A lot. Oh, well, Bill said this. Well, yes, I did say it, but it was an obvious joke. Or I keep too straight of a voice and whatever. Hot dogs and corn dogs are only gay when you eat them if you make eye contact with another man. Yeah. Most people don't dare look me in the eye, though. I don't know why. Something about 1,000 yards stare that I don't feel like I have. Corn dog with brown mustard starts up the shaft. Oh, wow. I'm not really a big mustard fan either, but I gotta say on corn dogs, it's all right. Ever have the widows that have a conversation with you at the yes, that's fucking yeah, that is weird. Or like you can have there's a whole fucking line of urinals that are open, and some motherfuckers will pick the one right next to you. Um, I mean, at least have enough common courtesy to leave one. You know, like I'm not into peeing on people. It's just not my thing. But like it's a thing. My buddies were trying to. Oh man, we were all drunk or fuck at a bar. This chick comes in. My buddies all knew her. I didn't know her. They're like, "Oh yeah, she's a freak, man. She's right up your alley." And blah blah blah. Got drunker. We wound up going. She had this bar had a hotel right next to it, where people would crash when they were too drunk to drive home. I wound up going back to her room with her, and she's like, "Well, follow me to the bathroom." I'm like, oh boy, we're gonna fuck in the bathroom. That's fucking kinky. Yeah, whatever. She strips down and gets in the bathtub, and I'm getting ready to do the same. And she's like, no, I want you to pee on me. I'm like, lady, I can't even pee when I got a guy standing behind me in the men's room. I'm sure as fuck not going to be able to do it in front of you. Yeah, it's just, no, not my thing. I've also noticed that there are people that will only have a conversation with you at the urinal. It's all lies. Well, just make sure you always wear your sunglasses in the men's room, Rod. That way nobody can tell if you're staring or not. Clinically blind or legally blind? Because there's a difference. Maybe that's what I need. I need a blind chick. And I'll just tell her I'm still 25. I tell you what, Rod, I've seen some work from some plumbers that probably really are legally blind and clinically blind. It's like, how the fuck do they come up with some of this shit? What's going on, Anthony? Is Alex's catch over? I take it. Would I rather be blind or deaf? Well, I'm already halfway deaf. I don't know, man. That's rough because I like music an awful lot, but I'd probably have to say I'd rather be deaf because it like you can still drive cars and get around on your own if you can still see. My hearing's so fucked up, I may as, Oh, you were at the grocery store. Anthony, did you on damn it, I just drew a blank. I lost my train of thought. Boobies, squirrel. On April Fool's Eve, did you do what your assignment was at the grocery store? Go and buy a banana and then eat it with no hands right there on the spot because it's part of our religion. Don't need to hear boobies. Well, that's true, Oogie, but like it would take away half the fun of motorboating, you know? Did FCC ever grow up? No, I was kind of like waiting around for him, but I probably would have shut this down already. But no, he took his wrench and ran, man. Like he didn't say a fucking thing after I gave him the wrench. That's the thing, man. I'm a big visual guy when it comes to sex, but those little sounds they make, man, I really get into that too. Not the sounds boobies make, but just the girls in general. Like especially when you accidentally hit the wrong hole. I would really miss those sounds. Why is Sabby the only one with no wrench? I don't want to bring that shit up right now. He did. He got the wrench and dip. That's a fact. That's really the only reason I'm still going is I was kind of waiting on him. He didn't even tell. He didn't have the common courtesy to tell me to go fuck myself. This Mad Dog 2020 orange. Oh god, that's some nasty shit. Mad Dog, man, that's what everybody drank before they were old enough to drink. I used to drink Night Train just because of the Guns N' Roses song. That's some nasty shit. It was only like $2.40 for a whole bottle. And our saying was that if you drink one bottle of Night Train, you think you can take on the world. If you drink two bottles, you know you can. And that was very true. Watch, he's gonna pop a lab on his channel. Yeah, I was thinking that actually. You're probably right. That's the thing. FCC has he's got that whole ass hot tub, and I don't think he wants to be a sea monkey. It's weird. Two years ago, when you popped a GoFundMe, people didn't. No, Sabby, there was way more to it than that. Come on. Tried to block Vic, so I didn't have to see him in accident. I didn't. I don't remember. I don't remember that, but I didn't want Vic around either. I think I ended up banning Vic myself. Like I don't remember that. Driving in the mountains. Is that talk for playing with boobies? Because I'll forgive playing with boobies. That's a totally forgivable. You gotta watch driving if you're going down the mountains because brakes tend to overheat when you're going down them damn things. Yeah, that was part of it, Sabby, but that's not by no means the whole. That's not all of it. Exploring the high desert out in the boonies, awesome. I don't have very much desert experience, but uh, the experiences I have had out there were pretty cool. Just got to make sure you have plenty of fucking water with you. Type 1 if you need help, FCC. Yeah, how do we know that's like, how do we know that that's actually you? You don't. You don't really know who's typing things in. Yeah, how do we know it's not Mandingo? Okay, if you're the real FCC, tell me, whose poster do you have folded up and kept under your pillow? Because I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that knows the answer to that question. Whose poster does Chuck Norris have up on his wall? It's me. God damn it. See, it's not really him. Chuck Norris has my poster up on his wall, and FCC has my poster folded up under his pillow. I knew it wasn't really him. He fucking went out and sold his wrench. He sold his whole fucking account because I wrenched it. Think about being Chuck Norris's brother, man. Think of having to live in that shadow. Sold his wrench to none. Yeah, I knew it. I'm glad I gave him the wrench that I got off of Timu. It just says it's a snap-on on it, but it's just a cheap knockoff. Seriously though, guys, you do got to watch Timu because there's a lot of fake shit on there. Like a knife will say it's cold steel, um, or whatever brand that they're trying to sell you. But so far, all of the high-end knives that I've seen come out of Timu are fucking fakes. Like they have the Cold Steel or whoever. They have the name stamped right on them, but yeah, just watches a lot of fake shit on there. Speaking of, man, I haven't caught up to Samuel yet because he wants me to do a knife for him, but I got to know exactly what he wants. I'm gonna, well, not gonna. I've already done a couple for other people, but I've been getting blade blanks from K-Bar. I don't do my own forging anymore. I don't have a forge. Plus, I would have to charge a shitload of money for them, and I don't want to do that. But I've been getting blanks from K-Bar and finishing them out, and then doing a wrap handle. But I gotta know what kind of wrap he wants. Oh yeah, we got lilac all over here too. We've been having an unusually cold weather lately, so it's kind of fucking things up. Like right now, we should be looking for mushrooms, but it's been too freaking cold. They ain't coming up yet. You studied horticulture. You were the only dude. I had the same freaking idea in high school. I'm like, oh, I'll take home economics, and it'll be full of chicks. Well, no, because every other guy had the same idea. I'm gonna try magic mushrooms this weekend. You're totally scared. Well, just make sure you're doing them with people that know what they're doing. They give you the wrong mushroom, you'll be in some trouble. I've never been a fan of mushrooms myself. I'm just not that into hallucinogenics. I used to do salvia used to be legal in Indiana, and I did that quite a few times. I really wasn't so much crazy about the hallucination part, but it's like afterwards for like the whole night. Yeah, I just felt great, you know, not in a trippy kind of way, but I just fucking felt good. And then they outlawed it. And then the one time that I did DMT, like they did, a whole ceremony, all this shit, and that fucking man, I really do think that it rewired my brain in a good way because I didn't have as many. I need to do it again actually because I think it's slipping away. But what's going on, Josh? Well, the whorehouse must have let out. Yeah, people coming back in. Takes rooms and pop alive. Yeah, there you go. I'm just not. I don't know. I just don't. One, like I I know what kind of weird shit that I'm capable of, and I'm kind of worried that I'll do something while I'm tripping and not realize what I'm doing. That's like when the first time I did salvia, I was like, man, I probably shouldn't do hallucinogens because I can do some fucked up things. And they're like, oh no, man, we'll be able to control you. You won't have any muscle control. I'm like, hey, you guys don't understand what I'm saying. They're like, oh no, no, you don't have any control of your muscles. Like you just lay on the couch. I'm all right, cool. No, when I did it, next thing I knew, I was out fucking. I thought I was in a medieval battlefield, and I had run out into the woods and uh, grabbed a branch or something and was beating the fuck out of the trees. It was weird. Yeah, make sure you have a reliable babysitter, Anthony, because that shit can. Magic mushrooms are great on greasy pizza because you can't taste them. Yeah, that was one of the things I didn't like. I just put a bunch in my mouth and it fucking tasted like dirt, but I wasn't eating them for flavor. So make tea, make sure you put extra honey and lemon. I never tried it like that. Thomas Fellows will guide you through your trip, Anthony. Oh God. When you take your trip, Anthony, keep an eye out for sea monkeys because uh, we are, in fact, the finders of the universe. This entire show is run by master sea monkeys. And if you're lucky, you'll meet them. Take a small amount. Yeah, it's always best to start small, no matter whether it's Coke or mushrooms. That's the thing about mushrooms is like you don't really know how. I don't know. It's just hard to. It's how do I say this? It's better if you know the source and you know the reliable because you don't really know what's going to happen. Sometimes you get high concentrations or low concentrations. What's going on, Nutty Assistant? This is a good time since Nutty Assistant wasn't here earlier when we were talking about latex and leather. My Naughty Assistant looks awesome in fishnets. I'm just putting that out there. Imagine pH cry on mushrooms. Oh my God, Josh. Oh my God. You'd be like, don't eat me. Rogue dose is 7 grams plus. I can dose about any kind of pill, but I just don't. I'm not. I'm not good on. You know. I used to mainline magic mushrooms, man. You don't even know. You guys ever snort shrooms? Yeah, dude. If you've never done hallucinogens, you definitely want to make sure you got somebody reliable to be with you. You don't want to wind up sticking a baby in the oven or some shit. Purple microdot. Oh, I remember purple microdot in Gen A. I wasn't onto it myself, but I remember they had all kinds of this microdot and that microdot. This dude that my son's mom used to be in home healthcare. People that had to have 24-hour, pretty much babysitting, but they had their own places. This dude that she took care of, he was nonverbal, but the story that I was told was that the dude had actually been a fighter pilot in Desert Storm. Um, and then he came back here and had a bad drug problem, but he was selling acid. And the story, anyway, I was able to confirm that he was in the Air Force, but the rest of it, I don't know. It's a common story, but I don't really know if it's true or not. But anyway, the story is that he had a vial of acid in his pocket, and the cops came. He wound up jumping into a vehicle, and it broke, and it just fucked him up so bad that he can't talk anymore. Like he knows everything you're saying to him. He just can't verbalize it back. Yeah, you got to watch that syrup, man. Recommend 2 grams, wait an hour, and then two more. Right on. Robo tripping. I hung out with people that did that shit, man, and I can't say that I would be a fan of it. Like, it doesn't really even look fun. Like this one dude, I mean, granted, I was drunk as fuck. This was before I got into pills or whatever, but um, granted, I was really drunk. But this dude that was robo tripping, it's like he fell. I wasn't the only one that saw it. We all talked about it later. When he fell, it's like he fell in slow motion. It was like time slowed down for all of us. It was weird. 350-pound fat guy, and he just, I don't know how to explain it. Anything that grows naturally is usually always good. Well, that's the thing, Rod, is like cocaine grows naturally, in its original form. Heroin, is a natural product. So just because something's natural doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you. Like rattlesnake venom, it's all natural. It's 100% natural. It ain't good for you. You cannot panic on mushrooms. You would just laugh your ass off all night. Yeah, that's generally what I've heard too. Again, I'm not. I don't really know a whole lot about mushrooms, but like I said, just whatever you're gonna do, just have a babysitter that's experienced and um, you know somebody that you trust won't make you do something stupid or let you do something stupid. Yeah, that's the thing. Rod is they fucking soak it in gas. You can just chew on the leaves and whatever, but I actually wouldn't mind trying that. And well, you're probably right. I mean, they can use other things to mash it out with, but gasoline seems to be the favorite. I just wish Coca-Cola would stop fucking around and changing flavors. Just put the cocaine back in it. Yeah, my sister, lots of experience with mushrooms. Take 2 grams. It's not enough to send you over. It should be enough to let you gauge their strength. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. then dose accordingly again after that. Yeah. In an hour. After an hour. I've been getting ads on YouTube. Oh, what's it called? Mud? I don't know. They're advertising it as a replacement for coffee, which, if you ask me, there is no replacing coffee. But it's mushrooms that come in a powder, and they, according to the ad anyway, they pretty much say that it gets you buzzed without telling you that it gets you buzzed. But I don't know. I've thought about trying it. I haven't looked to see how expensive the stuff is. That's the thing, man. I've heard horror stories about bad trips. But you can have a bad trip on anything. You can have fucking bad trips on alcohol. Where's Kurt when you need him? I tell you what, guys, coffee, instant coffee, I'm not a fan of usually because it kind of sucks. But um, where's it at here? Hold on, actually, I got some around here somewhere. Where's it at? These right here. None of you guys can see it. These aren't bad. They're okay to, if you're not gonna have time, all you need is water. And so somebody got me a whole flat of these things because I don't know how much they are. I don't know if this is a regular price, but this package of 10, and it takes about 3 of them for like an 8-ounce cup of coffee, for me anyway. But these aren't bad for instant. There we go. I mean, I always keep some instant coffee like in my emergency kits and whatever. I always keep some around. But there's what's it called? Ibogaine. There are places in Mexico where you can go and get an Ibogaine treatment. I don't know all the details, but it's a hallucinogen. But I've read a lot of people's stories where they go down there and it's a one-time treatment. It's an 8-hour trip, and they say it's horrible. Like, you meet all your demons and all this kind of shit. But after the treatment, they don't want heroin anymore. So, I mean, that was actually something that when I was trying to get off of oxys, when I was on them real bad, I actually looked into that. I considered it. Just wound up not doing it. We like what's that called? Where they eat the fuck. What is that called? I know what you're talking about. I'll see Buzz Lightyear. Fuck, what is that called? That's gonna drive me nuts until you tell me what it is, because I know what you're talking about. Are you kidding me? I hate creamer, man. I don't use creamer. I mean, I am a psychopath, but I like my coffee black. Some of it, which depends on what kind it is, but sugar is about the only thing I ever put in it. Ever do mescaline? No, Gen A. It's hard to. You can't hardly find real mescaline around here. There are people that will try to pass off things as mescaline, but it's a real hard thing to find around here. The only reason I wanted to do mescaline is because of Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. You won't tell me to try. Are you my ex old lady, Aussie Buzz? You're not going to tell me just to drive me nuts, yeah? I probably know who you are. You put your cream in women, not coffee. You are my ex-girlfriend. Black and there you go, Rod. As long as they don't put any gay shit in it, man. I'm banned from a. This actually isn't a bullshit story. I'm banned from a few coffee places because they. I mean, do I look like a fag to them? You know, that's one of the things that got me kicked out. You only want to put fucking gay shit in your coffee. We're talking about the flavor of the month. I don't give a fuck about your flavor of the month. All I ask you was a fucking coffee. And then, you say, I'd like a large coffee, please. And then they're like, what else? Just a large coffee. Well, we don't have large. It's like, motherfucker, whatever your biggest cup is, that's what I want. I don't care whatever the fuck you call it. Oh, my God. That motherfucker is lucky he was wearing a clip-on tie that day. Oh. And you would be surprised at how many undercover security people there are in a Barnes and Noble. Barnes and Noble, they have Starbucks right in there with them. Yeah, I'm not actually banned from Barnes and Noble, but I'm not allowed to step. I'm not allowed to step off of the carpet and onto the tile. Starbucks is trash. Yeah, I mean it's not really all that great, but when it's what's available at the time, I'll drink it. Like your coffee black, like strong and black, by the way. Oh my God, Angela G, do you have your pinky up in the air right now? I love my Starbucks venti caramel. I don't even know what the fuck that word is. At 180 degrees. Oh. PHA likes her coffee with crack. No doubt. Hey, I'm not too proud to drink coffee um, paid for by community donos. In fact, if you'd like to buy me a cup of coffee, I can get it for less than the price of a new car if you'd like to make a donation. Yeah, I have tried Death Wish coffee, actually. I mean, it was okay, but the packaging is the coolest part about it. And my daughter had gotten me a subscription to Black Rifle Coffee and I really like a lot of their stuff. Every month I liked every flavor that I tried. Fuck. All right, I managed to fuck that up. Damn it! Now I got an echo. Fuck. All right, how about that? Nope, still an echo. Fuck me running. Fuck. How about now? Fucking echo. God. Oh. All right. Does that work? Fuck this. All right. I'll be back in a minute.